Hey guys, it's Car Guy 11. I have the brand new 2021 Ford Bronco BADlands behind me, and today we're going to take it for a drive. The last video I did an in-depth walk around and you guys loved it. I will put a link below and above and for you to check that one out. But today the main focus is how is it to drive on the road and how does it compare to the Wrangler, which I've driven before on the channel. So hope you guys check it out. This one is a demo thanks to Schultz Ford South. I will put their contact below. It is available for test drives and you can schedule it with Mike and the crew here. I'll put their info below to do that if you so like. This one is the 2.3 liter 4-cylinder BADlands, as I said, with the automatic. All right guys, getting in the 2021 Ford Bronco 4-door BADlands. This one is the mid-level equipped one, so it isn't the top of the line like the last video I showed was the first edition and a little bit of the BADlands. This one is the mid-level. It has the smaller 8-inch Sync 4 touchscreen. Still a lot of the same functionality. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, wireless as well. The materials, again, aren't the most luxurious in this vehicle. More hard plastics, durable for off-roading. This also has the marine grade vinyl, not the leather, and you could definitely tell the difference, but they feel pretty nice. They might be a little bit warm. This is a hot day, but I'm not sure how well they breathe, but nice nonetheless. And in the BADlands, I like that you get this orange stitching all across the interior, and it actually matches the cool cyber orange paint on the outside of this vehicle. So very cool look. And this vehicle comes on the standard 33-inch tires of the BADlands, not the 35-inch Sasquatch package. Now that is available on this BADlands as well. In fact, the Sasquatch is available on most versions of the Bronco, which is really nice touch. You don't have to go to the fully loaded model to get that. But looking out at this straight flat hood, it's really cool, and I love how it angles up on the corners. It gives you really good wheel placement because of those markers on the edge of the vehicle. All right. So the 2.3 liter turbo is pretty subdued in this vehicle. Now the brakes are kind of soft. This is a very heavy vehicle. Right around 5,000 pounds, of course, depending on the equipment. Yeah, you need a lot of pedal travel to get some braking action, but this is no sports car, of course. All right. Okay. It does take a little bit of time for that turbo to spool up from a stop. There is some turbo lag. But once it does spool up, there's some nice torque. Now the steering feels more direct compared to the Wrangler. There's a lot of dead wheel travel in the Wrangler. That's a recirculating ball steering, and this is rack and pinion. The independent front suspension on the Bronco enables more precise steering feel and contributes to more stable handling. The Bronco leans less than the Wrangler and is more controlled, although the ride is a bit firmer than the Wrangler. Yeah, so it does take a while for the turbo to kick in from a stop. The Turbo 4 gives 300 horsepower and 325 pounds-feet of torque, while the 2.7 liter V6 gives 330 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. So significantly more torque with the V6, so you might want to go with that option. Unfortunately, no V8. Now what's interesting about the gauge cluster, the RPM gauge is a bar graph. It's not the round dial that's in most vehicles, and there's no way to change that. Now there are tons of different views. You can see the four-wheel drive system, you can see fuel economy, audio, all different kind of temperature gauges. Now this is a bumpy road and you are feeling it in this vehicle. Again, this is 33-inch tires. The BADlands also has the Bilstein shocks. so it might be a little bit firmer than the base models. Do feel a little bit of the chassis flex. Unfortunately, it is a truck-based vehicle, and I do feel that over some of the bumps. It's not going to be like a unibody structure. Okay, it definitely has some pickup once you get the turbo spooled up. We'll try to get it up more high speed to see the wind noise. This is the soft top. Okay, you are hearing some wind noise, although I hear it more in the back, not the front of the vehicle. I'm sure that's going to be improved with the hard top. But yeah, over bumps, you're getting a quiver. Now this is the 10-speed auto. I love to see how the manual shifts. That is a 7-speed manual. Well, it's a 6-speed with a crawler gear. I did see it on the walk-around video, but obviously wasn't able to drive it then. So that would be a pretty cool option as well. That's paired only to the 4-cylinder engine though. But the auto shifts pretty well. There's no shift paddles or anything. Now this model does have the auto stop start, and there should be a button here, here it is, to defeat that. You get, of course, your 4-wheel drive selector and your GOAT modes, and there are 7 different GOAT modes for off-road and on. There's no sport mode, so basically the only on-road modes are the normal, which I'm in now, and the slippery for like snow or rain. And something to note, these Broncos do not come with a limited slip differential. Now you do have locking front and rear, and that's all adjusted here on your hero switches at the top of the dash. But those are more for off-road use. Okay, right there, the rear wheel spun a little bit on that tight 90-degree right turn. So that's what I'm talking about without a limited slip differential. Now, to be fair, Wrangler only offers a limited slip with the lower trims. If you get the Rubicon, you're stuck with the locking, which again, that's for off-road. You want locking for off-road, but for on-road driving, just note you're relying on traction control to brake a spinning wheel in the rear if it's wet or slippery. Otherwise, you do have 4 auto, which I'm actually going to try. Do a hard launch. Yeah, no problem in 4 auto. Now, this is a perfect day, but like I said, in inclement weather, you're probably going to want to run in 4 auto, because like I said, that rear wheel could spin in wet or snowy conditions. But the view out is great. You have a very commanding view of the road. You are up real high, which is awesome. A very boxy vehicle, so you can see your edges of the vehicle. You can see out behind you pretty good. Another nice thing about the Broncos compared to the Wrangler, it has the airbags, the curtain airbags. They did put them into the roof, which Wrangler doesn't offer. So that is a nice safety benefit there. Of course, you can still take the doors off, the roof off, just like the Wrangler, and you can store the doors in the vehicle in the back. You have plenty of room in the back, me being 5'11", and headroom, especially with the cloth top here. You do have your aux switches, standard in the Badlands, for all your light bars and accessories. Pretty cool. At the top of the dash here, you can mount cameras, you can put different accessories mounted to the top there, which is a really nice feature. Now this is the base 6-speaker stereo. It sounds okay, but you can upgrade to the 10-speaker Bang & Olufsen B&O sound system as well. There are steering wheel radio controls, cruise controls. It's pretty neat. The buttons on the steering are waterproof. There's no way water can get in. It's all a rubberized surface. Same with the buttons at the top of the dash here. That's a very thoughtful feature in case you have the top off and or you go through a mud puddle and it gets a little wet. overall, this is a very utilitarian vehicle, a lot of hard plastics, easy to clean. Don't get this for a luxury car, even though it is a luxury car price. This one is just over $50,000. There are versions into the 60s. Now, of course, these start right around $30,000. And I'd love to actually check out a two-door one of these. The four-door is a pretty big vehicle, and you will feel that. It's wide and it's long compared to the Wrangler even. The two-door is probably going to be more limited with space, but a little bit more compact size. But I like it. Yeah, it's definitely a commanding vehicle, and this color gets a ton of attention. But it's just like with the Wrangler, you got to know what you're getting into. This is not meant to be the most refined on-road vehicle. It is an off-road machine. And it's a little bit loud in here, just with not wind noise, but you can hear other vehicles like passing and things like that. Again, this is the soft top. So guys, do you have a Bronco on order, and have you received yours yet? What version did you order? Tell me in the comments below. Huge shout out to Schultz Ford for letting me review this vehicle for you guys. But guys, thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.